Hi,
Hi.
I'll be your therapist today.
Hi.
So what brings you in?
Well, I started college last year, and last year wasn't as bad as it was this year. Like this year, a lot of stuff has changed. Like I changed my major from last year, and I just turned 19, and it wasn't as terrifying as it was this year for some reason. Like this year, it's just gotten a lot worse. So like I've been feeling really anxious about stuff, like about school and about friends and all of those things. I've been feeling really homesick because it's like my second year in college. The last year was hard, but this year seems harder for some reason. Um, and I guess like I've been going out a lot, like a lot. Like I used to go out at least like, on Saturdays only, but now I've kind of been going out like from Thursday until Sunday, which is not okay. Like
Long weekend.
Yeah, it's a long weekend. Like sometimes I won't even come back to my room until like Monday morning, so I'll be gone from Thursday until Monday morning. But like it's whatever. That and I've been spending way more money this semester because last semester, like okay, so I used to like smoke weed occasionally, like maybe like once or twice every couple months, but nothing like excessive. But like recently, I've been smoking it a lot, and like I went to a party last weekend and this guy had Coke and I was just like, yeah, sure. So that happened.
So I heard you say that you're feeling more anxious this semester and this year.
Yeah.
So is that how you've been coping with that, by drinking more, having those long weekends?
I think subliminally, yeah, like I've been kind of trying to like subdue my anxious feelings with the whole like smoking and drinking and just like going out, and so that like it suppresses it, like drinking and like doing all those other things kind of just makes me forget about it all, and it just kind of helps.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely not alone in that. And I know, you're a smart girl, you're in college, so I know that, there are dangers in drinking and drug use. One thing I just want to mention is that with binge drinking in college, since your brain is still developing, there is a higher risk for brain-related injury, just because, from into your early 20s, the brain is still developing, especially the frontal lobe. So what do you think about that? There's greater risk for you.
That would make a lot of sense considering how poorly I've been doing on my tests recently. But I mean, I feel like it's a problem. It's more of a problem this year than it definitely was last year. But like I don't know if I would be willing to be like, yeah, I'm like a horrible student because I drink so much. Like I don't know if I'm ready to say that or not. But like I think it might have some effect on how I'm doing in school. Like definitely partying every weekend is taking a toll on like my studying and my schoolwork, and like I just took a test in bio and I got like a 66, which was horrible.
So what do you like about drinking then?
It kind of just makes everything easier. Like it makes it easier to talk to people because like when I'm drunk, I'm not very like quiet. I get really loud and I get really funny, and people like will always laugh and think that I'm like hysterical, but then they're really drunk too, so it doesn't really matter. So like it's easy to make friends when you're drunk. Like I'm that stereotypical girl that will go into the bathroom and like make 17 billion friends. Like that's me. So it seems a lot easier than just not being drunk.
So it takes the edge off a little bit. It allows you to sort of immerse yourself in the culture of college.
Definitely.
So what don't you like? I know you mentioned schoolwork is kind of faltering and your tests that you didn't do as well on as you'd hoped.
Yeah.
Anything else that's kind of taking a hit?
I think in my personal life, like my parents, I don't call them as often as I used to, which I think is part of why I'm so homesick. Like I don't talk to them as often as I used to, and like I keep getting letters from my friends at other colleges, but I'm just not writing them back because I'm like I'm too busy doing other stuff to like even deal with this. And like right now, my friend and I are kind of going through like this tough spot because she doesn't like going out and she doesn't like drinking and she doesn't like that stuff. But I mean, I do to a certain extent. Like I like drinking, but like I think I sort of just do it to like make everything easier. I don't do it as like a fun thing. I do it as like a wow, this really helps me to like not be so like uptight and anxious, so I'm gonna do it all the time type thing. And like I think another thing that it sort of helps with is like the whole idea that my relationship is like faltering a bit right now.
Oh, your romantic relationship.
Yeah. So like, obviously, not obviously, but they're older than me by a bit, so they typically like let me go with them places and like we'll sneak into bars and stuff. Well, they don't have to sneak in, but I do, which isn't that hard. So like I'll go with them, and I have a feeling like if I were to be like, hey, I don't want to drink with you anymore, they'd kind of be like, well, then we shouldn't date anymore, and I don't really want that to happen.
So it seems like there are, some ups and downs. Like you said, your schoolwork is faltering, but you are feeling more comfortable when you drink. So, there's positive sides and negative. So how important is it to you to change this behavior, do you think? Do you want to stop drinking?
I think I want to stop drinking just because, like, on some level I do and on some level I don't, because it does make things easier, but I kind of just want to, like, find ways to make things easier for myself on my own. Like, not have to depend on something else to make me feel, like, at ease,
Oh, yeah.
And I definitely want my grades to get better, and I want to talk to my parents more often, because I'll, like, wake up on Monday mornings and be so hungover that I won't go to class, and then my mom will call me, and I'm just like, no, I really can't do this right now, so I'll, like, hang up the phone, and I won't talk to her until the next Monday when she tries it again, and it'll just be, like, the same cycle of, like, no, sorry, I can't talk right now type thing. And same goes with my dad, because for some reason he likes to call me at, like, 2 p.m. on Friday, and that's when I'm usually, like, pre-gaming already, so it's just difficult. And, like, I want my relationships with people to get a little bit better, so I think maybe
so you have
a lot
motivation.
of that. Yeah, I definitely have that motivation.
Now, do you feel confident in your ability to change this behavior?
Not yet. I think I'm kind of nervous about stopping. Not only just because of the person I'm dating, but also because I don't know how I'm going to feel without it. Like, it's only been like a month and a half for the school year so far, but I'm already still very much like, oh, wow, I need this to, like, survive, which isn't okay.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I'm afraid of it getting worse. Like, I don't want to be that girl who wakes up and is like, wow, I need a glass of wine before I go to class, or who's like, wow, I need 6 beers before I go to bed in order to function. Like, I don't want to be that person.
Okay. So if you were going to change, if you were going to start step by step, how do you think you would do that? How would you go about changing your behavior? Would you start to cut back on drinking? Are you ready to cold turkey stop completely, or kind of taper off maybe?
I think I would more so taper off. I think, like, a good way to start would be, like, to limit how many drinks I have when I go out. Because I know now, like, I drink to black out. Like, that's what I do. It just sort of happens.
Like full force.
Like, full force. Like, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'm gone. Like, most of the time I'll know where I am, but I won't completely know who I'm with and stuff like that. So it's obviously not okay, but it's what I do. But, like, I think a good way to combat that is to be like, well, I know that after, like, 12 drinks, I black out. So maybe just taking, like, only drinking maybe, like, 8 or 10 in one night would be a little bit better.
Start slow. And
just like taper off. Or maybe, like, just don't go out on Thursdays anymore. And then I won't skip class Friday. And then I'll go to school more often and be okay. Or maybe don't go out on Sunday so I don't skip class on Monday. I skip class a lot. Like, a lot.
So, with that said about how you would start, what other things do you think you can do to help you lower your stress and anxiety? I mean, I don't want you to be feeling this way, feeling stressed and anxious. So what are some other things? Do you have resources at school you could do? Groups or?
I'm really involved with, like, the Jane Copas Women's Center, which is really weird because, like, a lot of people are just like, oh yeah, like, it's a good place to be, blah blah blah. Like, people in there aren't usually, like, all over the place, but I'm really all over the place. So, like, it's really awkward when I go in there because everyone knows what I do on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and it's just like, oh, she's here. But, like, I hang out in there a lot, and, like, I have some really good friends on campus. But, like, other than that, I don't really belong to any groups. Like, I feel like I should belong to more groups, but I feel like I don't have time. I feel like drinking and, like, smoking and all that stuff just, like, take up all of my time now, which is not what I wanted it to do ever, so it's kind of bothersome.
What about going to a gym or something like that? Anything?
I'm kind of afraid of the gym, but there is a workout class that I like in Byron Center. my roommate and I went on Tuesday night, like 3 weeks ago, and it was really fun. So I can probably do that. We can do that on Thursdays instead of free gaming.
I think that's a great idea.
Just do that.
Well, it sounds like you are, you know where you're at, and I hear you saying that you're ready to make some changes. Maybe, taper off, not all at once, which is great. We could start small, work from there. And I think it's a great idea of going to the workout class, the Byron Center. Just, start small and see where it goes. But I think that's really great. I think you should get more involved. I think you'll do really well.
Okay. Yay!
Nice talking to you. I'll see you again soon.
You too.